Let's talk about these controls and let's talk about the water pump. So here's all your, you can kind of check the levels of your fresh water. I just filled it up so it should read full. Gray tank is empty, black tank is empty. My propane or LP is at full. We just did that. You can test the batteries, but typically they'll all just, it just kind of rotates that they're all full. Over here, you can turn off the auxiliary power, the main power. For your purposes, you just need to keep these always on. The water pump, this is the only place you can tell without actually running the water. See if the water pump's on. You can turn it off and it's off. You can turn it on. And here's the generator. There's actually several spots for the generator. We talked about the generator having an option with one of these little buttons there. You can turn the generator on at the generator. You can see if you can turn the generator on or off. Actually, this one you can only really turn on, but it'll tell you if it's on. This is for the actual generator. And when you first start it, you prime it, and that button will blink a little bit. And then when it's solid, it's primed, and you press and hold and then listen. There we go. And then when you know it's on is when it's solid, solid red. And once it's on, it automatically starts charging batteries. You don't have to really do anything else with it. This is the Mantra, the 12-volt battery system, but it's always charging because of our other 48-volt batteries. You shouldn't have to do anything with those. Here's the current hot water heater. I have it set at 110 because when I shower, we don't want to worry about, is it too hot or too cold? We just set it at the temperature you want your shower to be, and then the on-demand water heater will try to make it that temperature. When the water is on, and it's starting to work, you'll see this change. So let's actually check that out here. So if I turn this on, I turn it to hot. As soon as I look up here, this will start lighting up and you'll see that going and a little fire, and then you can see what the current temperature of the water is, and it will start climbing higher and higher. So now it's 81, it's going to go up a little bit more from there. Oh, actually, I have to have the propane on or else it doesn't do that. So that typically would work if I had the propane on. It's on outside and I have the propane on usually when I travel. But when it's working, you'll see a little flame there. Apologies for that. Again, this is for our bed liftgate, and this is for our slide outs. Now the nice thing is every bathroom does have a water pump switch. So if you're trying to flush, you're trying to wash your hands and there's no pressure, there's a spot right here to turn the water pump on or off. And that's just a switch that you push it once or push it again. And then there's also where you raise the fan and you can turn the fan on or off. For up here, these are the max air fans, so they just suck the air out of it. And then you'll see one other spot where you can, in the main master bathroom, that there's a spot for the, let's see, here we go. Here's the water pump, turn it on or off. The light, and again, this has a fan as well. Sometimes if you're in here, you don't know if it's on. I just turn it on, I see pressure. Now if I had hit it again, I'm assuming it's off, it would then start to die down quite a bit until I turn the water pump back on, and you'd see the pressure start picking back up. And each shower, there is a hot and a cold, but there's also a button here. So once you get the water set, you can, instead of just leaving it on or trying to adjust these every time, you can just turn it off and turn it on. And then there's also a spot outside to turn the water pump on and off. But if you ever want to know, is the water pump actually on or actually off, you see the button that's lit in red. And actually, I typically never have this closed. I always have that open, so when I'm driving, I can look back and see if the water pump was on, or if the generator's on, or if there's anything going on with the batteries.